Designed a study comparing Zoloft, the antidepressant drug, with St. John's wort. They modified the study a little bit. Finally, in 2002, they said, the TV said St. John's wort doesn't work. But they failed to mention that neither did Zoloft in their study. Is that correct, Jerry?
That's right.
Okay. Remember that sad day in the year 2002. I heard the TV say St. John's is good for you. Reckon they forgot what you really ought to know. $2 billion of Zoloft plays second to placebo. I fear that they forgot good old Dr. Cott, the first one to outline the study design. But after Cott was gone, the design was redrawn. With no redeeming graces, they took on basket cases. They forgot the good St. John was the Germans' #1. With better Dorsch direction, they took John for their depression. What's the story we were fed by our U.S. Institute? Misled us instead, saying herbs ain't their root. Our institutes of health misleads us local yuppies. They rob health to pay off wealth. Their studies are hush puppies. And the press in all his wisdom said what John didn't score. St. John reduced orgasm, but Zoloft reduced more. Hush puppy, ooh, a most depressing tune. Hush puppy, ooh, keep a howling anthem. St. John, aren't you floating in your grave? Pray, make the NIH behave. That's the Jerry Cott song. Tell them what they did to your study.
Well, they didn't follow the protocol that was written for mild depression. They decided they would use severe depression.
Take on basket cases.
Moderate to severe, and what they ended up getting was not just moderate to severe, but chronic. The average depressive episode in the patients they enrolled, the average episode was 2 years. Means if they had been depressed for 2 solid years before they came in the study. Those kind of patients, I used to do depression studies in a drug company. You don't want patients that are chronic.
And they've also,
because they don't get better.
They're also probably refractory, haven't
well,
they?
They're refractory, because otherwise, you know,
they wouldn't have been depressed for 2
well,
years.
supposedly they didn't enroll refractory patients, but that's nonsense. Anyone that's been depressed for 2 years, believe me, is refractory.
Yeah.
So, and they don't get better in a 6-week study, and so you avoid them like the plague if you're doing clinical trials. And they didn't. They didn't avoid them. They got only those patients, and nobody got better, which is no surprise. And they used that to say that St. John's wort didn't work, even though Zoloft also didn't work in the same study.
They didn't tell us that, though.
Well, the reason Zoloft was there was just for that reason. So, you know, it's a positive control. If the positive control doesn't work, then you throw out the study. But they didn't throw it out. They used it to say that St. John's wort was not effective.